Jim Lawrence. I teach spirituality at Pacific School of Religion. I'll be on this journey with you in spiritual formation for leadership with our small group leader, Daesop Yi. I'm also co-teaching with Ann Jefferson in the what we call bricks and mortars class on campus. And this is a wonderful course that we've designed for first semester students at Pacific School of Religion to give a type of engagement with your own journey and process that is a little different than what usually happens in seminaries and in academic courses. So first, a little bit about me. I've been at PSR for 16 years. I spent about half of my career so far working out in the field, leading churches, working with congregations. I did that for 17 years in rural and suburban and urban context and loved it. And I went back into academia to teach theological education for people entering into the field. And I've now had about equal numbers of years in practice as well as in academic approaches to spirituality. When I was in practice, I did a doctor of ministry in spirituality that is thought of as the terminal degree for people practicing in the field. And then I took a PhD much later as an academic study of spirituality at the Graduate Theological Union. And so I enjoy putting these two together, and I believe the spirituality field is a place to do both theoretical thinking as well as practical thinking. And in this course, it's especially going to be anchoring on the practical side, the practice side, because the course is really about you. You're the primary subject of this course. You are a text that you will examine much more thoroughly and consistently than any other text in the class, because this is a place for you to be working with your sense of your journey in a more specific, professional, guided, and structured way. So we call it spiritual formation for leadership. So as you go through the syllabus, you will see that nearly all of the assignments, there are several, but they tend to be of a small and practical nature, weight towards the activities of spiritual life as a way to have a grounding in doing something that leads to an access to the interior life. Because as leaders out in the world, whether you're planning on working in church-type organizations or in more secular entrepreneurial ways in culture, the agency of your personhood will be a foremost and key attribute of your work. So your formation is the text of this class. The small group structure is going to be very important, and you will be in that journey with Daesop Yi. I will not be in those groups. That is a space for you to have your community together and your bonding and your cohort group structure to explore questions of meaning and purpose, challenges and wrestling, excitements and joys that are arising for you in your journey. Lastly, let me say that the first assignment is due in 2 weeks. It's a simple reflection paper. It says 3 to 4 pages. There's nothing to read for that. The idea is that you visit some place, and it could be a place that you know very well, and it's not an improper use at all of the assignment for you to stay within your mind and work with a place that you've been to many times. But the assignment is to assess the spirituality of that space, what goes on there. So it'll be the first practical endeavor for you to think critically about spirituality and also accessing your sense of experience in whatever context is under consideration. So, for example, let's say one wants to visit a spiritual center for the first time, or one that one has been to many times before. You'll want to observe and be descriptive about what is there. Take a forensic approach. Act as if you're a reporter as one element of the reflection, and simply note details that maybe if you have been there a lot, you never thought to think about in that way, or if you're there for the first time, it is easier perhaps to be thinking, what am I seeing? What am I experiencing? So one part is just to describe what is there, what is happening, and notice the perhaps decisions that might have been made in that space. The second part of the reflection is to assess it for how it affects the inner life, how facilitative or not it seems to be, even though that's a subjective consideration, and say what it is like for you. So that is the first assignment that's due in 2 weeks. Take a look at the syllabus. You will have a lecture by me for the first session by the time you get going on Monday, and we will be looking at what the spirituality of forming groups, and John Wesley is on tap for reading, and please take a look in the Moodle site and see the places that you will come into every week to reflect on either the readings or on the spiritual practice of that week. So it's great to be here in September 2016 in this class with you. I'm looking forward to it, I really am. And I'll be seeing you in our virtual space on Moodle. Bye.